In this video, I'd like to discuss dimensional routing and engraving. Both of these products can be handled by the engraving product within Control. If we're looking at an estimate in Control, looking at the engraving or 3D routing product, the first thing we come to is the quantity being ordered. Next is the height of that item, and then the width. The material type that's going to be engraved or routed. In this case, we're going to do a routing into wood. And then what type of wood. Once we've chosen our material, the next is how are we going to cut it, the machine that's going to cut this out. We'll use the CNC to do these wood signs, and then the cut complexity. This cut complexity is referring to the perimeter cut complexity, not the engraved section. In this case, is it a simple cut, a standard cut, or a complex cut? Now that we've got the perimeter, we'll move to the engraving section. You have your choice of 3 different engraving cuts. In this case, we're going to do the depth of 1/4 inch. Now I can just say put any percentage of removal, meaning the percentage of the area that is going to be engraved, or we can go into the calculator and have the system select that for me. I can go in and put in a logo size, such as in this case we're going to do a 4x4 logo. Needs to be routed out, and then we're going to do some text. We'll make the letters as well 4 inches high and give them a 3/4 of an inch stroke or width. Now it's figured out for us that we have a 10% of the removal of each sign is for the logo and 13% of the removal will be for the letters, giving us a total of a 23% removal. It then needs to know a cut style, and this can be selected from here or on the main screen. The style both can reflect in print speed modifications as well as how many passes or bit changes are going to be required. In this case, if we're going to both do logos and letters, it's going to assume that we need 3 bit changes. That can be adjusted here. The time per bit is adjusted based off the engraver. How many passes, the cut speed, and the cut bit gives us a cut time and a setup time for a total amount of cut time for the first cut into the board. Now that we have our engraving, if you look to the right under our finishing area, the first thing we come to is painting. If we need to now paint this sign, we'll first add a primer. You'll notice both an option for a face and a face trim, or a cut and a cut trim. The main differences here are the time it takes to achieve it. Generally, the face is considered either rolled on or sprayed on, so therefore the speeds are fairly quick. Where the trim itself is generally brushed or has more detail. You can either type in a color, or I could type in a PMS color. Color match refers to you having to mix this paint to achieve a specific color. After we've chosen our face, we can do a back color if we'd like, and the cut or the inside of this trim, the cut piece, or an overcoat. For more color options, you can hit the More button and fill in the other 2 cut areas. Now that we have the painting, we can go into our other finishing. Here you have your edge treatment, your install method, your studs, easel backs, or drill holes. The layout data is for any gaps or margins that are required. Add-ons both gives you your user add-ons. These are modifiers that can be added to the product to achieve any specific need. Notes on work order will only print on the work order, where the description prints on both the estimate, invoice, and work order. Next we come to the info. The info lays out the material and how it's going to fit. In this case, we're doing 10 18 by 9s out of 16 by 60 boards. Therefore, I can fit one up and 3 horizontally. Therefore, it's going to require 4 sheet boards to get 10 out of them. Last, we'll go to the area-based pricing button. This breaks down how the prices are being formulated. The base price is the material and the machinery. The cutting is the cutting charges. The painting, and then any additional finishing options. This concludes the video on engraving and three-dimensional routing. If you have any additional questions, please refer to our other videos or call Sirius Implementation Department. Thank you.